I'm Mark Pickens, and I was born in Topeka, Kansas, and lived there from the time of birth until I was roughly 5 years old. And then our family moved to Aurora, Colorado, which is a community just outside of Denver, and lived there for roughly a year and a half. And then after that, we moved to Minneapolis, Minnesota. And in Minneapolis, we were there for roughly 3 years. And then from Minneapolis, we moved to a community outside of Atlanta, Georgia, Decatur, Georgia. And I lived there for roughly 6 years, and then ended up moving back to Topeka, Kansas, and lived there for 3 years until I completed high school, and then moved from Topeka back to Atlanta when I started college at Georgia Institute of Technology. Well, I remember growing up in the 70s and 80s participating in a lot of activities, particularly when I was younger, much younger, organized sports, playing soccer, running track, a little bit of basketball and baseball, and actually I took piano lessons when I was young. My grandmother enrolled me in piano lessons, and I took them also when I was back home. And I also played in the band in elementary school, and also for a while in high school. And I was in the marching band and participated in track and soccer, and then later played football in my later time in high school in my first year in college. So a lot of activities, a lot of fun, kept me busy, and also trying to maintain good grades so that I could have a better opportunity in life going forward in college and this type of thing. Well, I'm grateful and thankful that I've had parents my whole life to interact with and who love me and try to teach me the values and things that I really needed to know. They're a larger part and reason why I am who I am today, both good and or bad. That's the way it works. You take the good with the bad. It's great having a sibling. Heather is a wonderful person. I really, enjoyed growing up with her, and she's turned out to be such a great lady and a great mom and great grandma. And then, my extended family, siblings, step-siblings, and things of that nature are wonderful people, and I really appreciate knowing them and interacting with them as well. I've always been a fast runner when I was younger, and I enjoyed running, much like yourself. I always was running around, organized and unorganized activities, and did that really throughout my young teenage years all the way through college. I started playing football in 10th grade and played throughout 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. And I earned a scholarship to Georgia Tech on football and track, as I moved into college. What I found out is that, running track and playing football and trying to do well scholastically in an engineering degree was a lot. And my first love really was running more than playing football. So I was fortunate just to continue in that particular area when I was in school and graduated and did well there. So, it was fun, but a lot of times in life you have to make choices so that you can reach your highest potential and not be spread too thin, and figure out also what the most important priorities are. And for me, that was graduating with an engineering degree with good grades, and do something I enjoy doing, and be able to work at different jobs and internships and things of that nature, so that I could graduate and immediately earn a good living and have a comfortable life before I achieve my next objectives in life. Well, learned a lot of good lessons from my dad. One of them was to do your best. Give your best effort, whatever you do, so that you can get the best outcome. Another lesson was to, use good judgment and common sense in scenarios so that you can avoid making bad decisions in your life. A third one, was really, treat people the way you'd like to be treated, and show the proper respect to folks. And these are things that I try to pass on to you, and I have tried to pass on to you and others, in my life, and to continue to try to live by those principles as well. Obviously, the coronavirus, I feel like, is almost unprecedented. I mean, the last time we had something like this was during the Spanish flu in 1918. Certainly, it's been life-changing to not just me, but everyone else that I deal with. Looking at how it's affected my daily life, having to wear masks everywhere to prevent the spread of the virus to other people. Interactions with folks, in terms of going to restaurants and going to the grocery store and things of that nature. People are socially distanced to avoid, spreading the virus and things of that nature. It's hard to see where this is going to end up. I think the virus is going to be here a while. I understand that there's other strains that are coming about, but I am optimistic that the CDC and other health agencies are coming up with vaccines to help prohibit the spread of the virus, as well as hopefully they're developing other antiviral agents to treat the virus once people already have it. So, but it's scary times, but we have to persevere and be very careful about how we interact with one another and how we take care of our own selves through hygiene and through health practices. It was bittersweet. On one hand, it was great to see my mom and my sister and other relatives who came together to celebrate the life of Dr. Marvin Wilson. But it was sad because you miss seeing him, and you know why you're there, to celebrate the life and legacy of this great man. So, it was great to see family and partake, but it was a little sad too, just because of the occasion. Well, there's really almost too many ways for me to count. Probably the most important way is that she is a strong woman of faith, and her belief in Christ and her life is a shining example to me and a legacy to me, and not just myself but others. That's probably the most important thing, but she's always been a great mother, kind person, intelligent, caring, and any number of other adjectives I could use to describe who I know she is. So that's probably the short answer.